Welcome back to Factorio Megabase-In-A-Book. My name is Nilaus, and we are almost at a point where we have a megabase and have all of the tools for the megabase. Well, not all the tools, but we have a lot of the tools available right now for our megabase. And that's actually all the science. That's just basically what dawned on me at the end of the last episode was that, hey, by fixing the rocket fuel, we actually started to get in all the stuff that we wanted. Here we have the rocket fuel. I'm actually really proud of this rocket fuel. I think it works really well. This has just been chugging along. Here we have this line. We have 2 stations. And why do we have 2 stations? Because I also, between sessions, built another one down here. And that means we now have 2 of those. And that means each of those are producing 17.5. That's a total of 35 rocket fuel per second. And that's exactly what we need. Well, we need 34 point something between this one we have up here. And yeah, the satellites and also the... Where was the other thing? The actual space science. Where was the space science? Where did we go with the space science? This is the satellites, and that was the space science. Oh yes. That's it. So what we need actually is just setting the satellites over here to the space science, and then we should be good. This one will be wanting to get 40 in here for the satellites. So let's talk about, well, and also right first. You may notice or may not notice that in the lower left-hand corner, as we start an episode, there is the name of the sponsor of this episode, which is super nice, and I really appreciate it. So thank you very much to the patrons who are supporting the channel. It is really what keeps this series going. So thank you. And if you want to support, there's a link to the Patreon, but of course, no obligation. With that out of the way, let's take a look at this up here. I think we're almost ready to put in another line. I mean, the fact that there's nothing more flying up here means that this must be all we need to close this area off. And let's see here. Yeah, there's just a few things up here, but that's okay. That is okay. Did we get it? Yeah, we do have just a very few things that these are just stuck here, and that's it. Great. Let's make sure that we continue on our expansion here. There. Sweet. And I think I also want to go that one down here. And so it's also ready like on the other side. Oh, we're missing a few. That one, and that one, and that one, and that one. Yeah, so what someone mentioned that, yeah, you can actually, I can turn off my nuclear power. That is correct. But I'm not going to right now because we are going to need refurbish all of this as we go along. Now I'm going to do something that I should have done like long ago. And if we look at this one, I have red coming in, I have green coming in, I have blue coming in, and I have yellow coming in. But when we built the purple, we forgot to bring the purple in here. So I should have a purple science build that we can actually take in here. Well, we could, but we don't have the trains. But we can easily get a train here. That one. And this one will just go something. I was about to say, can I search for purple, but I can't. I can search for production. So this goes from here until full, and then it goes into that one until empty. Go. Yep. And we should probably also have one up here for the science. Let's not kill ourselves. Hello, autosave. Autosave is beginning to be like noticeable progress bar. There will be a lot of things that we start noticing. And this one will be, is it called space science? Yes, it is. Full and, oh no. Empty. It's not going because it's not ready. Then we have the other part that is, this will be the science. It will be the purple science. Purple science combines with blue, combines with here. And that should get blue in here. Blue and purple, which means the military, and somehow this one stopped working. That's brilliant. I mean, not brilliant, but this is actually what I wanted, because we don't want this anymore. There's nothing about this we want. So good thing that it stops working. Although not really a good thing that stops working. Why is it not working? Is that's the steel, right? That's steel. Why is steel not working? Okay. Oh, does that mean that we've actually Does that mean that our sort of inherent steel production, did I also just take those out between sessions? I can't even remember anymore. There, for example, this one. Okay, yeah. Okay, so it's, how much do we have here? Oh, nothing. Nothing. Well, that's excellent. And this is also a steel facility. Does have a bit, but not enough. So I can take this one and just open it with one. Then I should be getting one of those inbound. I don't know which one is coming in here. This one is still working, but also slowing down. Oh, wow, this is cool that we are actually, okay, there's still a bit left on this one. But I think it's time for us to switch on the steel facilities out here so we can get those done. Set train limit. I can now take this out and just go for the red icons here. That one. These were, I had deliberately set these disabled because I wanted to make sure that we burn through all of the internal stuff yet first. So now these can be enabled again, and basically, as you already know because you saw the thumbnail and the title, you know that we are going to do some some science designs. Unless of course I get completely distracted, then you will also know that you already know. How come you know what this series is, or what this episode is about before I know? There. So now everything should be working. All of these are happy. Yeah, very happy. Very happy. Good. And that should mean that we can start taking some of these out. What is your problem? Your problem is... This is the one I just sent. What? Zero. And this one is not full. So go to something else. Oh, this transition is always like problematic. Now we know this is out, and we can replace it. This one is not quite out yet. Whoops. This one I can then enable it with one. Give it a yellow. So if the train stops there, then it can only pick up one. Here, what do we have here? We have plenty, so this is still green. And this one is dead. You just need to go somewhere else. And the train station here should now be 0. Yep. And then we make a red one. That means we can replace them or can throw them out. This should still be a green for the time being, so we can check it. It's not super green, but it's kind of. This is 18,000. That's the one we just enabled. No, we did not enable it. So I just enabled this one. I'm putting it as yellow so that I know that, there should be a train coming in, but only one train. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Could also take this one. No. The train left. Yes, perfect. So this one is completely out and nothing will ever come in there again. There is a train here. So I will set this to 0. You will go. What if I just get you one bit out? Take this one. Go there. That's better. And this one will now be red as well. This one, once it gets one train in, it'll go red as well. Good. That was actually really nice. One thing that I'm also needing, I noticed that this is super frantic. I have 40 in here, and then I have another 120. That might be a bit much. So what I would like to do is I'd like to limit this part, because that's way, way, way too many. If I put 10, then that's one train plus one. No, 20. There. I like that we can do this just as a, instead of traveling all the way there. So now the maximum should be 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20. Yeah, okay. Actually, this was actually constrained. It was at 120, which was, it's actually okay. Here, these should now start. Okay, I can see they are filling up. on the belt. So that should start going backwards, and then this one will stop. This one is producing way too fast, and that means it's consuming way too much material, but it will balance out once it sort of fills up here. Then it will go out in short bursts. Once the train comes in, it'll fill up to 40, and then it'll be super active for a while, but it'll still be like the average will still be correct. Okay. That being said, we now need to work on... Why is this one red? I don't think it's red. It should be... Oh, it is red. Yeah, okay. Never mind. What is the next thing we want to do? We want to build science labs. As we get all of this out... Oh, and actually let's do something else first, because we are not actually producing the science building. So let's build... Let's get something... Yeah, so now we have the purple signs coming in here. Let's build. What is it we want? We had the satellite over here. Yes, the satellite needs to go to... That one. Wow, is that silly? It is pretty damn silly that I have called it that, because exactly how many other places am I building satellites inbound except for that. So this is good. We now get a train inbound. Let's actually watch it as we can, and I will be... This one is working. Let me go to... Where's my own train? Come on. I want to go there, and I want to see the train go here. Let's go to this location. There. Go. Right. In the meantime, we can continue on some of this boring part here. And get the green one to go in here. Just slowly getting it. I think I want to build it at this location, so I should probably take all of this into... Come on. Trees in the way. Nope. Are these... Yeah. We can have this gun go down there. And are we there yet? Nope. Are we going to get there before the other train? Nope. Well, that's weird. Oh, it's not weird. Look at that. We actually beat the little train here. Yay, let's have a look. Oh, they go one by one. That's actually going to take a while to unload, but I think it's still the right thing to do. It's never going to be that. It's never going to be the issue. And auto launch. Auto launch. Perfect. And we have now tiny bit, and this one will obviously have more. And rockets, ahoy! We have rockets! Woohoo! And we have now space science, which will fill up here. And we do have a space science, and it's waiting for... Why do I have two here? Do I have two for the other ones? Is that correct? Is that the count how I did it? This one is one because it's two of these. I think I only need one train there. Yeah, one train. Each one should only have one. I think that makes sense. And here comes the next one as well. Do I want to have this as a full lane? It's just a... No, I don't want... Shoot. Yeah, I actually kind of do. So this one says to 60. That means when it has 20 or less, it'll send in another train, because then the difference between what it wants, 60, and what it has, 20, is exactly 40. The truck, the load. So I am going to be using like an absolute ton of these just to fill in here. You can see that now it's going to fill up there. The next one will probably just fill it back, and then there, and then there, and then here. So yep, we're going to be using a lot of this. And every time we launch, we are going to get 1,000. This is good. It's working. It is working. Let's go to our design location. And I think I need to go back, unfortunately, because I need to build, or not build, but I need to request 60 of this. I think 60 is the right number. Let's have a look. If I look at this one, let's have a look at how big the science facility should be. So this here is per minute, and I want it to be 1,350 per minute, because then that's just the right number. 60, that's enough, and 58 is exactly enough. So I need 58 science labs built exactly like this will be enough. And then the question is, how much can I put inside of a city block? And I have 49 here, so could I build more? Yeah, I think I can build more. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. So where do we want to build the science? We could build the science in the middle here. I don't think I'm needing it for anything. Yeah. That's kind of a good place, isn't it? I think so. Also, we have like other stuff here that could be placed. Yeah, this is a good place. All right. Did I get my 60 of these? No. 32. Okay, they're working. They're working on it. It's just the crafting speed we're at right now. How's this? Basically, someone will probably ask, what about this? The power here. Power is, well, let's actually see. It's 379,000 times 60. That's how many megawatts it is. So 22.7. And then if I want to sort of know how much this is over a day-night cycle, multiplied by 7.8, that means I have now currently, let's call it 16 gigawatts of power available to us. And what are we using currently? We're using 9.8. Okay, so we do not have any problem at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That is all the 60 we need. Good. I'm also going to remove that. And I will now go... Where do we want? We just want it here. This is kind of in the middle. I could also build it down here because I don't have anything else that is must-have at this point. And then I leave this open. We'll shuffle it around if I find that there's a better reason to build it somewhere else. What about my spidertrons? Did they build this? Yes, they did. Okay, so we didn't actually need it. Let's get you here, so that you are standby. Now here is another little setup thing consideration. That's way too much. I do not want to have a big build or a big input like this, for example, because I don't want stackers for this. There's going to be one train and it's a 1-4 train. So I think I'm going to see if I can cut this down to one city block. So it's going to be one city block of trains and one city block of design. Let's get some of this. And then do the design. Oh, that's not it. I wanted to disable here. Let's go back to our build, because this build is exactly how I want it. That one. Except that it's totally not at all like this. Let's enable. So this is like the default one that has plenty of space and all. But it's that space, and that space. I want to see if I can take that out. Now, this will only be working if I'm only using six signs. If I need to get up to also include the military signs, then we're going to have to do some changes to it. So first of all, we are going to have to do this, and then we are ignoring military signs. I might add military signs at some point, but I also might not do that. Let's get this part sorted as well. I'm going to need to make sure that there's enough space. So what I could do is I can take this one in here. Okay, let's make sure that it has power. So this is good. Next one could be like that. And where's the next one? Would that also come in from this side? No. But it could come in from this side. There. And then a light and a light. Sure. Easy. So I need 2 on the side and 1 from below. That makes pretty good sense. Let's take all this out. And then I take this one. And I will disable my robots, and then I'll see how big I can make it. So 1, 2. If I want to make 60 or 58, then 6 by 7 is not enough because that's 56. But 8 by 8 is 64. So I kind of need to do that and then just cut some corners away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And then need to figure out how big that has to be. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this one, there's plenty of room. Well, plenty of room might be just a bit of an exaggeration, but there's enough room in here. Now the next part is, where will... I'm just going to use these for just balancing. Trying to figure out where the middle is. Is there 2 lanes coming up top? Then that's there. I think this is better. Or the best location. Good. So how will I balance this? Well, I'll balance it not by having the right number here, but by having the right number coming in. Because if I only get half a belt inbound, then it will be hard constrained to 22.5 per second. As long as the belt is always flowing, or 13.50, that means no matter if I have a bit of overcapacity, it'll never be more because science will just not come in fast enough. So we can save a bit by... Yeah, we can save a bit here. Cutting some corners out. I think I'll cut the corners, as I said here. Like that one. Oops. Cutting corners. There. And this last one. Do I have too many power poles? Yeah, I kind of do, but... Yes, I do. Like, way too many. And this one goes out. One, jump one, jump one, jump one. Yeah. And then I still need one up here. You know, it doesn't really matter. I think I actually just keep it like this. Lovely. Lovely. This is where we use the power pole comb. It doesn't work on us. What? Okay. In that case, I'm going to take this out and try again. This is going away and this is going away. Right. So this is 60. It's a nice shape as well. And let's figure out how to get things inbound. We're going to get... Maybe actually do something like this. And then at this location... Hey, science. Yes. And then where's the next one? Next one will be... And this is definitely incorrect. Because the one that's closest should also be the one that reaches furthest inbound. So that has to be here. Because then there's a chance, yes, indeed. I can do it out here. There. And that means they all go from the top. Yeah, I like it. It's not this part. And I will do the same thing on this side as well. Let's see here. Huh. Wow, that was actually way easier than I had anticipated. Oh, nope, 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 nope. I know, it seems silly, but I think I want to do that sort of consistency and all. There. Yep. So 2 comes from the top, 1 comes from the bottom. I think that makes sense. Then let's get something like this part. One, two, three, four, five. That was a bad one. I should get one of the busiest ones for sure. Where do I have a really busy one? Can't remember which ones are the busiest. I know I have one with 6. Which one has 6? Shouldn't this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not it. Just remind me, which one is the one that's the busiest? Maybe it's one of the big ones here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh. Okay. I feel that I know there's one with 6. Anyway, that doesn't matter. We are going to have to find a different way to do this then. Let's build one of these locations. It'll be a normal stop, except it's going to be completely different. Lovely. And where would that be? That would be... Which one could we use? I guess we'll just take something like this. Because it's got to be something that we know. This will be red signs, automation inbound. Where is it? There. I'll just call 2 so nothing comes in here right now. And what do I want to have constrained? That as well here. What is on the train? It's 32,000 on the train. And how much do I want? Do I want double? Slightly less than double. And I only want 1 train inbound. There. That's how I wanted it. And what is the unloading going to look like? Let's find an unloading location. These are not great unloading locations. Maybe they are. Maybe they are actually okay. Let's take something like this. It's going to be... It'll be something... Let's take that. That's actually good. That's actually good. Each one of these will contain 9,800. 9,800. So this could be 2. 1 wagon here can actually fill up 2 of these. And yeah, let's just flip this on here so we get that built. Maybe I shouldn't have, but I just kind of want to see this built. So that will be the template for the outbound. Actually, less than that, because I do not need this. And I want to make sure that there is a... That's important. This one will now balance both, but get it out on one side. So if I want 6 of this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't need to get closer, so let's take this part out as well. Let me just do that. Get it out. And disable. And I've... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's not 6. So we do have to make some kind of compromise here. So why can you not be there? Well, this should be possible to get rid of, right? Well, you know what? Oops. I didn't delete anything here? No. Isn't that exactly the same as that part? I think so. So again, I'll be 3, 4, 5, 6. Never 7. Okay. So what I need at this point is I need to get stop, and that will be red green, and this will be the green one. Let's see. Hold on, we do still have a bit of a conundrum when it comes to this part. Like, can it be done? Yeah, easily. Easily. At least at this part. Question is this one. This one can also be done, but not. Okay, this is very simple. Oh no, this is not simple. I forgot that. So, good thing. All of this have to be moved one tile down so that this aligns. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. That goes out. This one goes out. You know what? Let's build. Let's start building it. I'm just, I want to see it done. At some point, we just lose patience. Because we want to get everything done for this episode as well. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, so this doesn't work. Well, then I think this one's also more prudent because it looks slightly less awful. This one turns at this point into here. And now what you might notice is that I do not have any fuel location. That's kind of intentional. Also, this is too much. I can build it here. Because then I can actually get this one to flow around without looking really stupid there. Oh, undo the last one. That's done, and I will just take spidertrons, go down here, and they can't do all of this part. Now, of course, this will only be 1350. And let me also make sure that, oops, these are consistent and don't sort of continue beyond what they need. Here. Kind of wondering if I should just do this and then rebuild it. Yes, I think that's nicer. Similarly here, nah, it's actually okay. It's okay. And you're going in. And that means the next one, something like this. Yeah, I think that looks good. And then the last one will go kind of contrary. No, that's not good enough. Am I an absolute idiot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it's correct. This one is the one on top. Yeah. Okay. Let's actually do it in a different way. If you want to get it here. Yeah. Okay, I like it. And what do we need? We need power. We do not need fueling because all of these will be fueled the other place, so that should not be a problem. And I will then go. Okay, first of all, power up so we don't get all of that annoying thing. And we need power over on this part. And we definitely also want to see this getting activated there. We have so many things, by the way, we have so many things that we need to deal with, sort of other problems, you could say, in this space, like dashboards and constraints. And I know that there are some of you in the comment section who are just making long lists, and I absolutely appreciate it. I absolutely do. But what I want to do is I actually want the whole thing to be operational, even though it's not working very well, so that it is operational, and then we can start seeing all of the problems and bottlenecks, and then we'll start fixing those, because I think it's kind of more fun, to be honest, to see the things that are not working, and then just fix them. I think from a design perspective, I think it's just more fun. There. This next will be blue. Chemical. We have to sort of remember the sequencing here, and that one will be chemical. It'll only send one out. Will it only send one out? Yeah. I think the consumption here is only 22.5. So in a way, it can handle it. That one, purple, sweet, and then yellow science is called utility, so it's at the end. And some of these design ones, I just don't feel that there's a much point in doing cuts, because it's all one continuous design process there. Now that's all of that is done, and I will take this part out because we don't do fueling at this point. At this location. Oh dear, we have now caused congestion. Why have we caused congestion? Because my train is here. Sweet, get the hell out of there. Wow, everything just happened to go in here. That's so cool. It actually, oh, that was, okay, maybe that's a bit of yeah, okay. Let's see. We get to see the whole thing maybe work. Oh, there's an acute lack of of signals. This is kind of one of the things that I a bit sloppy with when it comes to that. So let's make the end signals here, 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 and don't get run over. And then on this part, I will get the chain signal there. Not super necessary. Oh, no! Why did that happen? Ah. Alright, I'll cut it out in post. No one will ever see this.
You really should pay more attention to your locomotives.
So here we have our all of the signs coming in here. Nothing to see, nothing weird happened here. So we are just, everything is good. The only thing that's not coming in is of course the space signs, and let's see why. It is filling up. Actually really weird why this one got in here. How could this, Oh, shoot. This is not good. Yeah, this one should not be full train. This should be item count. No, item count equal to a grader. There, right? And hold on, let me just get to... Yes, it is coming into this one. Perfect, perfect. Whew. Okay, let's not get run over by trains. I mean, I hear that's a bad idea. Put that one down here. And I think this train should actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How much can be in one of these? We just think. This can be 2,000, 4,000, 8,000. Okay, so this, if this can only be 8,000, then it should be like this. Yep. I don't want it to fill up more than that, and that means yeah, 8,000 units, 32,000. And once this one is done unloading, that's also not working. Well, is it though? We have 7.8, and I definitely want to continue on. You know what? This just unloads everything. Perfect. Let's have a look at the science. And once we get this one in, we hopefully... Oh, look at that. It's not quite working, is it? So once this one's going in, once that is going in, we have really, really beautiful science. And we should hopefully look at our science here. And look at it on a 10 minutes. Okay, this is just hovering between... Well, I don't know why it's like that. I have no idea why it's like that. I could probably look at it. This is the consumption part. It must be like some kind of bursts coming in. But what we should be seeing is that it should gradually increase now, because all of these are coming in. And of course, it's going to take, since it's a manifold pattern, it's going to take a while to saturate all the way through. But it will get there. It'll get there as long as this is here. You still have 50,000. And how much have I unloaded at this location? I've unloaded to 20,000. Well, these are still like lighting up, except for this. You're good. 29,000 in here. 29,000. 27,000. Here I have 27,000, and here I have 27,000. That's actually good. But so that, 27,000 is exactly at 28, it summons the next train. Great. So for example here, this is 28. So soon I'll get the one more light turning on. I kind of think that maybe I should have them in different color. Would that be better? I would need to have sort of something else. And it comes that one. These should turn on. The red and green. Please. I want to see it work. It's when it drops below 28. As soon as it hits 27, then there we go. 27, that one's on, that one's on. Another train comes in. We can see. It looks so beautiful. And this train is still unloading. It takes forever to unload. That's okay. 34 and 35, 33. And this manifold here is still pushing to get all of it. You can see that these ones are not really working, and because of the red-green, it will be consuming a full belt. So there will be a full belt operational up here all the time. It'll just be unloading at a full belt. And this bouncer, because I deliberately did not put this, then it's not bouncing on both sides. It would also have to be up here. But you can see that all of these are moving. They're moving evenly both sides, and both sides because of this kind of broken balancer. And this one will probably never really fully saturate. But let's have a look at the science. If we go one more time. Yep, spike and then go a bit down. It'll be 1.4. I guess we'll have this pattern just shifted upwards, because there is something about... Oh, I know, of course I know. It depends on when this one launches. So when it launches, it'll send out a burst, which will then be overconsumed, and then it'll be idle again. Of course. Of course, of course, of course. That makes perfect sense. Now I know why it has this wave function. Of course you knew it already, but now I know it as well. And that's the first thing. It goes up and it be steady, and then it sort of gradually tapers off as this one's being emptied. We are at, this is now halfway through. Yeah, because this is way overscaled compared to what I can produce, and that means it takes it in as a burst instead of anything else. Yep, it is supposed to be starving, this part here. But I do feel that maybe it would be a good idea if I could do something like that. For the simple reason that just for the time being, I want all of this to be idle so we can see if the new one is actually working at the speed that it should be working at. And now we're really getting the base to be operational. And then we'll start seeing all the problems with the base when it's operational. I'd like to actually have a little science lab icon here. Let's have a look again. Science here. We're just going to have to wait until this spike here, that was for the last rocket launch, goes out. And then this steady state here is 1.4. And that's exactly where I want the steady state to be. If I look at it 1 minute, we now have, that's the curve. Once that drops down and the home base is idle, which it will be soon, which it is now. Nope, almost. Okay, there's a tiny bit left. How much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 left that are still working. 8, 7, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay. We'll just wait a bit for this one to go so we can have a look again. You know what? I'm just going to let it run for a bit, and then we can see what whether it stabilizes, and then we can wrap up when we see that it stabilizes. So here we are after a while has passed. Just 5 minutes later, we can see that these spikes here are from the home base. These spikes, though, they're a bit, I think it's mainly the way that they come in and the way that they fill up, the way the rhythm is for all of these. And that's because this is the only science we have operational, and some part because you can see, for example, down here, the white science, the space science, it's actually saturating. And at some point, this one will just desaturate quite a lot. And yeah, I don't know how that works, but it's just, as long as they're all working, then over time, as long enough time, they will gradually converge towards 1.3. Now they have a little spike, and then they flatten out. So these spikes here, these deviations should be smaller. It is going to 1.3. It should be going to 1.35 as we progress, as time passes. But that means we now have science. Yay! I'm going to provide this a blueprint, of course. And what we're going to do, what you can expect in the upcoming episodes, is a lot of, oh no, I can't believe I did that. So this is where you can say the real mega basing starts, when you have to figure out, is the chain network holding up? Do we have like the monitoring going on? Do we have like all of these supplies that we think we have enough of? Do we really have enough of those? I don't know. That's kind of the things we have to figure out. And then finding some weird bottlenecks that we don't have, as well as scaling up, because of course this is only 350. This is only 1350. 1,350 signs per minute, and I need to double this up to match the production we have, and then I need to double it again towards the final target. So we have lots and lots of things to do, and we'll have very many different bottlenecks as we progress through the base. So I'm going to wrap this one up here. Thank you very much. You can always see this is one of the big things. We are running out of solar panels as well. It's going to be fun, like massive solar expansion plus and massive satellite production. This doesn't add up. Anyway, problem for future Nilaus. So good luck to him. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I will see you guys in the next episode. Until next time, take care. And as always, stay effective.